Here is the current practice setup. Hi everyone! So as you can see, I'm in the beautiful state of California and I'm preparing for the College Music Society Southwest Regional Conference, which will be held at Azusa Pacific University. I'm on my way there, but I thought you want to see this beautiful view. Hi everyone, this is the Soundcheck for the CMS Southwest Pacific Conference. Valentin, Bogdan and I are playing the two piano piece tonight, which we just ran. And then I'm practicing my Chaminade Sonata for my lecture recital tomorrow. 2 observations. Number 1, it's so nice to play on a real instrument. Number 2, I'm not going to do an on-site accrediting visit next time right before a conference and not play the piano for 2 days. Lessons learned. Okay, bye. Okay, so here's a conference poster. I'm going to go find some practice rooms because my fingers definitely need to move a little bit more. So no matter how old you are as a musician or how accomplished you are in your professional career, you always find yourself back in the practice room, and I personally find that very comforting. It's nice to know there's this one thing that is consistent and that you can control in such an unpredictable world.
This is Dr. Mortyakova. She is my dual partner and my colleague at Pacific University for Women and my boss, the department chair. So so this piece we actually I wrote it a few years ago, and it's I wrote it for the two of us specifically. Our piano duo. It's the first piece that I wrote for the two of us, and it sort of wants to look at the piano as sort of a twofold approach, soloist and also sometimes what we like to call collaborative piano, what used to be called accompanying, right? Where you kind of sit in the background and you let the other instrumentalist or vocalist have the stage. So both the pianists have moments of virtuosity, have moments over the prima, and then they have moments where they have to sort of step back and let the other person sort of have the limelight, kind of like a relationship in a sense, So hope you enjoy.
Hi everyone, so I'm with the composer Valentin Bogdan. We performed his Opus today for 2 pianos, and he also had his etudes performed. He played them, and he is my colleague, my duet partner, and my life partner. He's my husband. So how did you feel about our performance?
I thought it was very good. You know, you played wonderfully, got a lot of good comments, I did my thing there. So, yeah, it was good. It was an excellent performance.
All right, well, we'll see you guys soon. So I'm warming up before the lecture recital. Feeling very tired, so I don't know if I can pull this off, but I have a very nice warm-up room here. As you can see, it's a nice grand piano. So, fingers crossed, we'll see how my Chaminade Sonata lecture recital goes. And Cecile Chaminade is sort of my life's passion. It's been my mission to put her back on the concert stage for, I guess, over 12 years now. I discovered Cecile Chaminade in grad school, and one of the things that was really surprising to me was not only how great her music was and how playable it was, but also the fact that she was immensely popular throughout her lifetime. And so it kind of became a mystery to me as to why she was forgotten, and I'm doing everything I can to bring her back. There was over 100 music clubs named in her honor in the United States alone, of course keeping in mind that she's French. So she was very, very, very famous. And if you look at her, she died in 1944. If you look at piano compilation books up to 1950, you will see one or several pieces by her. You know, she's got a standard classical rep. There's always a couple of pieces by Chaminade. Past 1950, they begin to disappear. There are several music clubs still active. We have one in Jackson, Mississippi, which I'm a proud member of. So this kind of continues. So now we get to the Sonata. So the Sonata is this real monumental work. Some musicologists write that maybe she wrote this as a piece for herself. I don't believe so. I think she wrote this work to be performed, but it's just because a lot of her fans and a lot of her audience members who purchased her music, right, were amateur musicians, were people who played for fun. She would mostly perform things that she was hoping to then sell, right, because she actually supported herself as a composer by selling her scores. I think that's why she probably performed mostly smaller forms, and unfortunately that's why she kind of got stuck in this salon composer model. Anyway, so she performed this sonata, the first movement of it, in 1893. It is dedicated to Maurice Moskovsky. It is written somewhere in the late 1880s. We don't know exactly when. It's published by her publisher, which is Enoch, in 1895. The third movement of it is also published separately as a Passionato, which is one of the Etudes de Concert, Opus 35, number 4. It is 3 movements. They're all in ternary form. The second and the third movement are pretty easy to follow. They are just standard ABA. The first movement is sonata form, but if you read what people write about it, everybody's just kind of been dissecting it, and everybody has their own view of where it is, you know, because if it doesn't fit into a cookie cutter, everybody gets very nervous. But it has a very clear first theme, and then the second theme actually begins in a fugue. You know, got to start your morning off with a fugue, right? And in a minor key before it goes into a major key. And so then there's a long development section where all these ideas get developed, and then it goes back very clearly, recap to the first theme, and then the second theme only comes back for a couple of measures. So a lot of people were just very kind of puzzled by this, and they try to dissect it in accordance with various, you know. some time for questions and discussion.